for almost an hour, and soon after the rain stopped, the Royals had battled back to tie the game. And then the final chapter. Line drive left field. That ball's trouble for Gordon. That is a base hit. It's fair. It just ain't fair. Here's Jones to score, and the Orioles have the lead. And the Orioles get the win in the opener of this three-game series. From downtown at Baltimore's Camden Yards, the Orioles getting set to take on the Kansas City Royals. It's the middle game in this three-game series. And hi, everyone. I'm Jim Hunter. Thanks so much for joining us. The Orioles continue taking care of business, getting the opening win last night, 4-3. Lost the lead, but came right back and got that lead. Their 20th win on the season. Now, the Orioles have already won 7 of their first 10 series on the year. And one way you do that is you look for balance. It's all about run production, and the Orioles are getting it top to bottom in their lineup. In fact, if you look at the RBIs on this team, the Orioles, tied with the Oakland Athletics, have 6 different hitters in their lineup that play regularly that have at least 15 RBIs. The Reds in Colorado have 5. 8 more teams have 4, but only the Orioles and the Athletics have 6, as Chris Davis, J.J. Hardy, Adam Jones, Manny Machado, Nick Markakis, and Matt Wieters all have at least 15 RBIs. And Mike Bordick, if you're an opposing team and you're looking at the Orioles, well, who do you stop? Because if it's not this guy, it's going to be another guy. Last night it was Matt Wieters in the number 6 spot, but there's balance up and down the line.
Well, there sure is, and I'll tell you what, this is the challenge, that every manager has to face when they come up against this Orioles offense. I mean, the starting pitchers have trouble 1 through 8, potentially 1 through 9, because there is power production all the way through, but they don't know how to escape it. So there's a challenge at every stop.
So tonight it's game 2 as the Orioles looking for a win to add to their series total victories on the year. It's turned into a lovely evening. Lineups and first pitch are next. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at mbusa.com. And as you look over downtown, you can see the skies have cleared considerably. Oh, did we have a downpour earlier? There's our train game time temperature. Train is celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. It's hard to stop a train, really hard. 63 degrees, a slight breeze out of the southwest at 7, still humid, and there is a chance of rain in the forecast all night long, but right now, very pleasant at Camden Yards. Here's a look at the Kansas City lineup. They're looking to bounce back. Alex Gordon had a big 2-run home run last night, having a good month of May so far. ALCIDES, Escobar, Billy Butler, and Eric Hosmer, with LORENZO, CAIN, and right. Then Mike Moustakas, Elliott Johnson, George KOTTARAS, and Jared Dyson in center field batting ninth.
And here's tonight Lowe's scouting report for Chris Tillman. Never stop improving. Chris Tillman is looking to keep it rolling tonight. 3 straight quality starts. He was phenomenal in his last start against the Angels. 8 innings, scattering just 3 hits. And he did it by being aggressive, and he looks to stay aggressive tonight. 23 out of 29 first pitch strikes in his last start, and that opened up his full arsenal. Fastball, slider, curveball, and change. He can throw them at any time, and he is dominant when he's on. 6 starts this year. Look at the averages. Opponents right-hander 235, lefties 269. He's only given up 3 home runs.
Home plate umpire Bill Miller pointed out to Tillman to move the rosin bag. Apparently it was in the line of sight of Alex Gordon, so Chris kicks it behind the mound a little farther. So here's Gordon, who hit the 2-run home run last night that tied the game. Having a good year, .313 average on the year, and Tillman deals, and there's strike 1, and we're underway. Gordon is batting .344 in road games. An amazing number away from his home ballpark. Takes it high, and a ball and a strike. Chris Tillman looking for a win here at Camden Yards. It's his 4th start at home, and he's 0-1 with a couple of no decisions. Off-speed pitch taken down and in. It's 2-1.
Pretty good breaking ball. Nice take right there by Gordon. That ball showed itself in the strike zone, but late break at the end to go out of the zone.
And the 2-1 is pulled sharply but foul down the line. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Well, the start last Thursday for Tillman was spectacular, and it came in his hometown. He grew up 15 minutes from the Big A, Anaheim Stadium, and 8 shutout innings. Rick Adair very proud of Tillman. It was one of those nights, Mike, where everything worked. The 2-2 has hit the second base. Right there is Ryan Flaherty, and he'll get it to first and 1 man down.
Some great highlights last night. J.J. Hardy, the beautiful diving play. Chris Davis picking him up on the end. Manny Machado with that sweet backhand. And Ryan Flaherty with another great double play turn. And here's a look at this solid Orioles defense tonight. McLeod, Jones, and Dickerson. Chris Dickerson getting the start in right field. Hardy and Flaherty once again up the middle. Machado and Davis on the corners. And Matt Wieters doing the catching.
Now CD's Escobar, first ball swinging, fouls it off down the line. There are not very many hitters in the Kansas City lineups that have extensive history against Chris Tillman. Here's the 0-1, foul back at the plate, and it's quickly 0-2. Escobar, in fact, has just 5 at-bats against Tillman, but he has 3 hits. Ned Yost, the manager in Kansas City, doing a real good job restoring relevancy to that franchise.
Well, they brought in some quality veterans.
Ryan Flaherty busy in between hop, and 2 down in the first.
Take a look at Chris Tillman, improved in the last 3 starts. First 3 starts, opponent average all the way up to .333, and the average on the fastball .368. But take a look at his last 3 starts. He has been hitting his spots, .194 batting average, and that fastball has been dominant, just a .179 batting average. I'll tell you what, I think his delivery has just become more consistent over his last 3 starts, and that's why he's getting better results.
Billy Butler takes 2 high, 1-0. Butler, a feared hitter in this Kansas City lineup. He's one of those guys that when you look at the opponent coming in, you say, well, he's going to heat up. Let's hope it's Friday when we're not playing them. High and away, and it's 2-0. The other thing, Tillman, in his last 3 starts versus the first 3, is the home run ball. He's allowed only 3 home runs on the year, but they came in his first 3 starts. And in his last 3, where he's been outstanding, 2-0 and a no decision, 0 long balls.
Right, right. Well, and I think that all still goes back to his delivery, because he was trying to find the strike zone a lot of times, and you make mistakes if your command isn't there. And he's been really good about locating his pitches in just the right spot. And Matt Wieters, of course, works him so well.
You know, quite a few of the Orioles pitchers have said, well, whatever Wieters puts down, I'm throwing.
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Because he knows the scouting report inside and out. He knows what Rick Adair wants to do attack-wise against these opposing hitters. And when you got a 2-time Gold Glove guy behind the plate, he knows how to call a game, you may as well listen to him. Butler, the 2-out walk. Here's Hosmer, and a weak ground ball towards second. It's a Ryan Flaherty kind of an inning. He'll get it to first, and Kansas City goes down in the first. A walk and a man left. Kansas City doesn't score. We go to the bottom of the first. Here come the Birds. Here come the Orioles. Here's a look at the Southwest Airlines starting lineup for the Birds. Nate McLeod and Manny Machado. How about 14 multi-hit games of the season? His 14th last night. He leads the Orioles in that category. Markakis, Jones, and Davis. Wieters, Hardy, and Flaherty. Chris Dickerson in right field with Markakis DHing.
And here's a look at the low scouting report for Luis Mendoza. He's looking to rebound in his last start. Gave up 6 runs in just 4 innings of work. He has 2 quality pitches, a nice 2-seam fastball and a curveball for his 2-pitch mix, and he likes to keep it down in the zone. Road work, in his history, not very good on the road, but this year, very solid, only 1 earned run.
Well, McLeod bounces out to second base, so quickly 1 down here in the first inning, and there are the numbers for Mendoza. He's had an unusual start to his year. Kansas City has had so much trouble with the weather. They had 5 scheduled days off in April. 5 other postponements, and he went from April 12th to May 1st in between starts. That's how long it was. They couldn't get him on the field.
Yeah, that's tough on a pitcher. Now, they've used him in the bullpen. Last year, his role was 5th starter and some time out of the bullpen as well, so he's kind of used to that. But that one stretch where he almost went 3 weeks without starting can certainly take an effect on your pitching and your consistent delivery.
Manny Machado takes ball 1. And that's inside ball 2. Manny's got a 3-game hitting streak going, 5 for 13 in that stretch. And 2 of those 5 hits are home runs. And then a little bit low ball 3. And you could see the poise of Manny Machado, how he continues to mature by the way he takes pitches.
Yeah, great takes indeed. I mean, there's no flinch, not wanting to do too much.
And a pitch taken for a strike.
Jim Presley obviously very proud of his offense to this point of the season.
Bouncer towards the middle. Escobar gloves. He spins. He throws the bounce throw, and he got him. Wow, does he cover ground. Alcides Escobar robs Machado and 2 men out.
A pretty nice play. They flashed some leather as well last night. Here's a look at the Royals defense. Gordon, Dyson, and CAIN in the outfield. Escobar making that nice play up the middle. At short, Johnson at second. Moustakas and Hosmer on the corners. KOTTARAS doing the catching.
The two downers, Nick Markakis, who is DHing tonight. Buck Showalter has done this occasionally, where he will DH Nick to rest his legs a little bit. Plus, it also gets Dickerson on the field, which Buck likes to do because Dickerson is such a good defender. And to keep him sharp, you got to play him in the outfield.
Definitely. Well, Buck's pretty good about that, keeping guys as fresh as they possibly can, but yet keeping the guys that he wants out there every day still getting at bats. Not really true days off, but you definitely want to keep Nick Markakis' bat in the lineup.
Buck Showalter's club has won 3 in a row. And Nick takes high ball 2. The other thing the Orioles are beginning to do, and they started this last year really in August on, but they're beginning to really establish a home field advantage here. If you look back at the recent games at Camden Yards, as Markakis fouls it off, they've won 7 of the last 10 games at home. And that's how you have a successful season. You take care of business at home, you hold your own on the road, and the Orioles are doing better than that. They're 4 above on the road.
Yeah, they're playing very well on the road, and I think Buck has really put a great mindset into his players as far as how they approach their business every day.
Mendoza misses outside, ball 3. And Markakis, as usual, looking over 5 pitches in this at bat. Nick has walked already 11 times on the year, and that's one thing Mendoza struggles with. He has averaged 5 walks per 9 innings on the season. And the 3-2 is outside, ball 4. So each starter, after 2 ground outs, walks the number 3 batter. And that'll get Adam Jones up with a runner on at first. Adam Jones has hit in 6 straight games, 348 in that 6-game hitting streak. And he also has 3 ribbies. He and Chris Davis are tied for the team lead with 6 multi-RBI games. We were talking about that balance when we came on the air tonight, and Jones and Davis certainly are right in the middle of that. Check swing, and he fouled it off. Adam with this 6-game hitting streak. It's his 4th streak of the year of 5 or more games. It's pretty amazing how consistent he's been.
Great consistency.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. He had a 9-game hitting streak to begin the season. Then he went hitless. Started a 5-game hitting streak. Then he went hitless. Then he hit an 8 in a row. Then he went hitless. Now he's gone at 6 in a row. And he's only had back-to-back games once all year in which he didn't get a hit. And Mendoza gets ahead of him with no balls and 2 strikes with Markakis on at first. And a base hit to right field. Now, Mike, you got to tell me about that swing. That is among the big reasons why Adam Jones is so consistent. Not only the ability to go that way, but the desire.
Well, exactly right. Another try to get him to bite on that slider down in the way, but his approach has been so good. He's staying on this ball instead of just trying to drive it into the gap or anything. He has a solid 2-strike approach going here in the early part of 2013, allowing him to stay on it, back it up a little bit further, and he's picking up a lot of those tough hits the other way on nasty pitches down and out of the zone.
And it gets Chris Davis, the Orioles' leading RBI man, up. He has 30, as you see. So 2 on with 2 out. Kansas City employing the shift against Davis. Slap foul the other way. Chris Davis in good company when you look at double trouble. Players with 20 runs, 30 RBIs on the year. Chris and, that guy that won the Triple Crown last year. Miguel Cabrera.
Great numbers for both. Pretty staggering, actually, in the early part of the season to have that type of production from a couple players in the league.
0-1 on Chris. Yeah, the fastball hits the inside corner. Davis didn't think so, and it's 0-2.
You wonder if Chris was questioning whether it was inside or down. When Mendoza is going to have success, he's going to have to keep that two-seam fastball down at the bottom of the zone. It allows it to move a little bit more and probably get a lot more ground balls. When he misses, if the Orioles hitters are patient enough, get him to throw more pitches, he will miss up in the zone with that two-seam fastball.
And the 0-2, he waved at it. That's a strike. And KOTTARAS will have to play at the first base. There's a strikeout to end the inning. And the Orioles rally cut short. A walk, a hit, 2 left. We'll head to the second. Tillman back to work. No score. For the Luna Double and get your second room of flooring free. Call 877-241 Luna. And it's turned into a lovely night in the Inner Harbor. As Chris Tillman looks to make it a 3-1 season to start. He has won back-to-back starts. He won his start in Oakland and then won his start last Thursday in Anaheim against the Angels. Too bad the weather hasn't cooperated here. A lot of folks stayed away, not knowing if there was going to be a game. Orioles are playing exciting baseball. Here's Lorenzo CAIN, who brings a 6-game hitting streak into tonight's game. And there's a strike, 0-1. So Tillman picking up where he left off in Anaheim, throwing strike 1.
I'll tell you what, I mean, that is a key. That's a key for most starting pitchers, to get ahead, be able to try to get ahead. But I'll tell you what's impressive, Chris is getting ahead with quality pitches. Nothing right down the middle on the outside corners. Really good at locating his fastball right now in the early going of this ball game.
Foul ball makes it 0-2. And outside. The other thing that is noticeable with Tillman, Mike, is his pace. He has a real good pace, a pace of purpose. Like, I know I'm better than you, so come on, let's go.
Well, very confident right now.
And he got him. So Lorenzo CAIN down on strikes, number 1 for Tillman. And again, he gets the leadoff man here in the second.
Great cutter here from Chris Tillman. Look at that late life on the fastball. Cut fastball, 88 miles an hour, just off the plate. So strike 3.
Our Nissan Pitch Track. Want a new Nissan? Grab a pen, because Nissan's first ever sign and drive event is on. Sign and drive today. Shop ChooseNissan.com or your local Nissan store. The event will end May 31st. Ball 1 to Mike Moustakas. Moustakas scuffling at the plate. Did not start last night against Wei-Yin Chen. There's a strike. 24-year-old former first-round pick. He was the number 2 overall pick in the 2007 draft. How about that first round. David Price went #1 overall. Moustakas went #2 overall. And Matt Wieters came to the Orioles at #5 overall. And the Orioles were thrilled that Wieters was still on the board. Pop foul back out of play. The Cubs picked a third baseman third named Josh Vitters. And then the Pirates, picking one spot ahead of the Orioles, picked a left-handed pitcher, Daniel Mascas, who did make it to the big leagues, but as a reliever, and he's since been released. There's a bouncer wide of the bag at first, and it finds right field for a base hit. So Moustakas is on with a one-out single. Let's get a look at our Dodge inside the numbers. Chris Tillman, Mike, improvement from his first 3 starts over his last 3 starts.
Well, definitely, it's been a tale of two, starts here. First 3, batting average up on the fastball, change up, breaking ball down a little bit, but he has a great breaking ball. Last 3 starts, all the averages have come down. The quality of his pitches have been better. We've seen him paint here in the early going. Delivery's more consistent, and his confidence continues to rise, and that's why he's having more success with all of his pitches.
Ball 1 to Elliott Johnson. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive. Go to Dodge.com and check out our powerful lineup. Moustakas, a one-out single. That's the first hit for Kansas City. Elliott Johnson, a switch hitter, getting another start at second base. Late on that swing, 1-1. Elliott Johnson, a good pickup for Kansas City. He started both games in this series, but he's really a real good utility man because of his versatility. Plus, he's a switch hitter. Orioles looking for a chance to turn 2. Slice to left field. Tough play for McLeod towards the line. He comes and sliding try, but it's foul. He didn't get it. It kept slicing away from him. And only his speed and athletic ability made that even close.
Yeah, what a great effort by Nate McLeod. Nice line to the ball. Good effort on the end as he slides in on that new dirt part of the field there.
Yeah, the warning track.
The warning track in the foul territory.
Yeah, so the players now can slide on that knowing it's going to give, as opposed to the rubberized warning track that had been there since Camden Yards opened. 1-2 on Johnson. Moustakas will lead off first. Breaking ball gets through the legs of Wieters, and Moustakas will move up.
All Chris Tillman has to do is throw that breaking ball for strikes, just a couple strikes, and then they're going to start biting on that pitch down in the dirt.
So that takes away the chance for the ground ball double play. Runner in scoring position for the first time tonight for Kansas City. 2-2 on Johnson. A little low, ball 3. Elliott Johnson's numbers with runners in scoring position, just 143 with an RBI. And the 3-2, he got him. Tillman changing speeds, and Johnson couldn't adjust. Huge strikeout, 2 down.
Well, this is all about going to his full arsenal. Elliott Johnson saw all of his pitches here. 3-2 pitch, a beautiful changeup, 84 miles an hour. You see Johnson just can't wait long enough on it. Great pitch and a big out for Tillman.
That was ruled, by the way, a wild pitch to allow Moustakas to move up. Here's George KOTTARAS, the catcher. And there's a strike. What Ned Yost did with his lineup tonight is he stacked it with left-handed batters. And that's why KOTTARAS is getting a start behind the plate. The only lefty on the bench tonight for Ned is Chris Getz, who's the other second baseman. Ball 1 is low. And there's a little bit of a difference, but really not that much with Tillman and his splits. The lefties are batting .269, righties are batting .235. It's not as dynamic as you would expect to have that kind of a lineup shift.
Right.
1-1 on KOTTARAS. Bouncer towards first, and that's foul. Kansas City last night with runners in scoring position went just 1 for 7. And so far 0 for 1 here. Alex Gordon last night with a 2-run home run off Mattis. That got the game tied after the rain delay. Just missed.
He wanted to call it a strike. Bill Miller.
You can hear Bill Miller is a very active umpire. He's yelling what his calls are so the players can hear, and then he'll bring up the hand if it's a strike. 2-2 on George KOTTARAS. Runner at second, 2 down. And he said it was down, so ball 3, very close.
Pretty good takes right here by KOTTARAS. Tough pitches from Chris Tillman.
KOTTARAS will turn 30 on May 16th. He's found a home here as the backup catcher. And the count to 3-2. And it's low ball 4. So a 2-out walk. Kansas City has 2 on with 2 down. Fans voting for the MLB All-Star Game is underway. Just go to Orioles.com/voteorange. You can vote for your favorite Orioles up to 35 times with a valid email address. All fans who vote at least 25 times will receive a voucher good for $10 off a box seat or $5 off a reserve seat for one of the 3 games against the Astros July 30th to August 1st. So get online and vote your Orioles to the All-Star Game. Orioles.com/voteorange. First ball swinging is Gerard Dyson, and he fouls it back. Tillman, after a 13-pitch first inning, has thrown 22 in this inning. Dyson has a lot of speed. Good off-speed pitch. He swings through it. 0-2.
Yeah, real good breaking ball right there. Kind of a funny finish right there by Chris Tillman. Actually, almost falling off the mound. Really aggressive, trying to get over the top on that pitch.
Nothing in 2, 2 on and 2 out. And he doesn't chase. A ball and 2 strikes. Tillman on the season has averaged just under 4 walks per 9 innings. He's already walked 2, 1 in each of the first 2 innings. And the 1-2 is low, 2-2. So he got ahead of Dyson, tried to get him to chase a fastball, then chase a breaking ball, and he laid off each.
Well, that fastball up in the zone just to change the eye level, and he tried to get him to swing and miss on the breaking ball. And not many of the Royals hitters a bit on his curveball down in the dirt.
2-2 is low, ball 3. Well, Tillman, after getting ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, has run the count full. Runners will be off with the pitch. Moustakas from second, KOTTARAS from first. Full count with 2 down. Big moment early in this game for Chris Tillman. This is the spot that Kansas City has thrived on the year. 55 RBIs with 2 down in the inning. 3-2 is popped up. Foul territory. Wieters over, hoping for a play, and he runs out of room. Bounces on top of the Kansas City dugout. Kansas City has batted .291, a major league best, with 2 men down, and they have 55 runs driven in, which is 44% of their runs scoring with 2 men down.
Yeah, I believe all their runs came with 2 outs last night as well.
So another 3-2 to Dyson. Runners go, and pop foul again. Machado will run out of room. So Tillman is facing his third consecutive batter with a 3-2 count. And this one hurts because he was 0-2 on Dyson after 2 pitches. And the 3-2 is popped up. Machado has a play this time. Foul ground has it for the out. And that ends the inning. 2 on, 2 left. We're going to the bottom of the second. No score. His team commented how they never complain and they're ready for any challenge. And on our Wired Wednesday, I asked him how that develops.
And I think our guys are mature enough to realize that you pay the piper when you get rained out or snowed out or whatever, because doubleheaders can be really tough on a pitching staff and tough on a team. So, you know, our guys look around, and there's no such thing as an off day when you get rained out, because by the time they call it, it's 8 or 9 o'clock. You've been here, you've gone through the whole routine. By the time you get home, so you're better off playing. And our guys understand that. A lot of teams may not look at that like that. Our guys are mature enough to know that. They also, from a fan standpoint, they're thinking about, you know, our fans are out there waiting for us to play. I remember listening to the guys talk about in the playoffs last year. I mean, we were waiting for the weather to get out of the way. How many fans were up underneath the stands waiting for that?
So Buck Showalter watching Matt Wieters single the leadoff here in the second. And last night's game, Mike, is exactly the mindset that Buck is talking about. Wei-Yin Chen was cruising along. The rain delay came. He couldn't come back. Mattis made a real good pitch to Gordon, who just fouled it off to prolong the at-bat. Then a pitch he got a hold of and hit it out. Tie game. Instead of saying, oh, woe is me, they come right back the next inning with a run, and they win it 4-3.
Well, they're great pros. And I'll tell you what, the veterans on this team have really set the tempo as a ball club. You know, Adam Jones has matured in front of our eyes and really become a great leader. Matt Wieters out there, J.J. Hardy. So I think the veteran leadership has really put them in that position to where they can approach these days and that, you know, the hard days to play with rain delays and things like that, and go about their business the right way.
J.J. Hardy takes low, 1-1. So Wieters extends his hitting streak to 3 in a row. And he's put together a nice little stretch, as is J.J. Hardy, who's got a 4-game hitting streak working. Lorenzo Cain did a real good job getting over to that ball, preventing a double. High fly, left field. He got a lot of it down the line. Gordon in the corner, and that ball is gone. There's a 2-run home run for Hardy, and the Orioles grab the lead. Number 6 for J.J. Hardy. He's now got 20 ribbies. And the Orioles break out on top.
Well, it's fun to watch J.J. Hardy heat up. This is a hanging breaking ball. JJ gets the head out on it. Now his bat head has to stay through that strike zone a long time, and it does, and he gets it right down the Hardy line.
There's Ryan Flaherty, first ball swinging, fly ball to center field. Dyson is there. And on one pitch, Flaherty's retired for the first out. The Maryland Lottery hit a big contestant of the game is Brian Conway of Baltimore. Brian has already won $500 just for being selected, and he'll win $100 more for every Orioles hit during tonight's game, plus an extra $500 for any Orioles home run in the 5th inning. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery Hit It Big contestant of the game, play 5-card cash or go to mdlottery.com/Orioles and enter. And here is Chris Dickerson, who's getting his start in right field tonight. And a line drive to left field. Alex Gordon comes in on it. Well, he may have misplayed the sink on that, but fortunately for him, he made the grab. That ball was getting down in a hurry.
Yeah, Gold Glove outfielder out there, but I think he misread that one, but shows his athleticism sticking with it. Take a look at this play. Just kind of dying line drive off the bat of Dickerson. Good concentration by Gordon.
Well, 2 down. That turns the lineup over. Here's McLeod for his second at bat. There's a strike with a fastball. Nate has a 2-game hitting streak going, and he's hit very well over his last 14 games. 3 home runs on the year, and all 3 of those home runs have come in the last 14 games. Bounce to second base. Ooh, big hop for Elliott Johnson. And that'll retire the side on the bounce out by Nate McLeod. J.J. Hardy gets the hanger. He doesn't miss. Hits it out right down the line. His 5th home run. 2-0 Orioles. NC Bank for the achiever in you. And by Ocean City, Maryland. Visit OCOcean.com and click on Lucky Summer of 13 for special deals and discounts. Water taxi going by in the Inner Harbor. J.J. Hardy with his 5th home run as the Orioles on top. Now, Tillman got out of a jam, 2 on and 2 out in the second. And 2 batters later, his team has a lead for him. See the pitch count all the way up to 42 because he had a 29 pitch second inning. And the strike taken by Alex Gordon. Swung on and missed, 0-2.
Another great changeup right there by Chris Tillman. Seems like he's having more confidence in that pitch than his breaking ball right now. Not getting many swing and misses on the curve.
Pulled to right field. Dickerson in on it, and he makes the running catch. The one away as Gordon is retired. Let's get a look at our East wins, and real good news out of the Tampa Bay area. Jay Happ of the Blue Jays released from the hospital today just a day after he was struck in the head on a line drive by Desmond Jennings. The ball carried him all the way down the right field line and went for a triple. He was taken off the field on a stretcher, responsive, feeling better after sustaining a head bruise and a cut to his left ear. Everybody is happy about that. Junichi Tsuzawa, he'll be the closer while Bailey and Hammerhand are out. And Yankees are trying to avoid being swept for a third straight time on the road. They're in Colorado tonight. Last night done in by a 2-run home run. Fly ball to left this time as Escobar hits it to McLeod and 2 quick outs. The Orioles, with their win last night, moved a game ahead of the Yankees for second place and a game behind Boston for first place. The Red Sox are having all kinds of troubles with Minnesota at home, although they've just tied the game 4-4 in the bottom of the first. Twins got 4 on the top, and Boston is just tied.
Yeah, Boston, some tough injuries to their bullpen. A lot of great arms out there, but Hanrahan down, Bailey down now. To move some pieces around.
That one bounces. 1-1 the count on Billy Butler. Tillman has struck out 2. He has walked 2. He's allowed only 1 hit. A 1-out single to Moustakas in the second inning. Too tight, 2-1. Billy Butler rarely plays in the field. Last year he DH'd 138 games and played first base 20 games. Right past Tillman's head, fielded by Flaherty, and he gets it to first for the out. Wow, that was close. Just talking about it, and a line drive goes by Tillman's head. Mid-third, 2-0 O's. A contrast of 2 young third basemen, blossoming stars. Mike Moustakas batting just .204, even with his base hit his first at bat, while Manny at .312, 5 home runs to 1, 21 RBIs to 6. And Moustakas is having some troubles in the field. He's got 5 errors already at third base.
Yeah, well, I think Moustakas is taking his bat out in the field with him here in the early going, because we saw him play some brilliant third base last year. So he definitely has a huge upside. But Manny is off to a great start.
Close play at first. Elliott Johnson makes the nice play as Machado didn't mean to swing. So he's retired on 1 pitch as we saw Dodge inside the numbers on Machado. Manny tonight looking to make it a 4-game hitting streak, and he's got 25 base hits in his last 15 games coming in.
Yeah, red hot. You see him settling in. You had already talked about just how poised and confident he looked at the plate on just when he takes the ball or takes a pitch. So, you know, he's seeing the ball pretty well, although we didn't see that last one very well. That Mendoza two-seamer ran up and in on him.
Strike one taken by Nick Markakis. Nick drew a 2-out walk in the first. The Orioles have had 2 base runners in each of their first 2 at-bats against Mendoza, 29-year-old out of Mexico. He is out of Veracruz and pitched for his home nation in the Caribbean World Series and pitched very well. Then he went to the World Baseball Classic on the Mexican team. Markakis to left field, playable for Gordon. And 2 down in the Oriole third inning. Time now for our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact. The Orioles are now 8-3 in the first game of a series this season. They've won 6 of the last 7 series after winning game 1. And of course, the Orioles doing a real good job winning their series. In the 10 series on the year, they've won 7 of them. Here's Adam Jones. The only series they won the opening game and didn't win the series was their home opening weekend against Minnesota. They won the home opener on the Friday and then lost the next 2 nights by 6-5 and 4-3 scores. That rubber game was the Sun game. Jones bounces it to short. Easy play for Escobar, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for Luis Mendoza. The Orioles go quickly in a row. We'll head to the 4th. 2-0 O's. And on our Wired Wednesday, we asked the skipper Buck Showalter how Buck thinks Tillman is evolving as a starter.
I think he's gotten through giving the opposition too much credit, and trusting his stuff a little bit and saying, these guys, yeah, they've got bubblegum cards and they've got statistics, but you know what, I got one too. And I'll show you mine, you show me yours, and let's see who wins. Chris has gotten in that mode, and I like it when he's there.
Buck didn't word it exactly this way, but it reminds me of that line when players go on the field hoping to win or expecting to win. And I think what Buck's talking about there is Tillman now expects to go out there and win.
Well, I agree, and well said by Buck. And, you can see Chris Tillman's confidence grow right before your eyes, but Buck kind of hit it on the head. So many young players, when they come up, I'm not saying you can't respect other players in the league, but they do the same thing.
Line drive to left. McLeod runs it down, 1 away.
And when you get over that hump of realizing, oh, yeah, I belong here too. I have just as good a stuff as that guy, or, and understand that they do belong here, then they can flourish and blossom like Chris Tillman is doing.
If he wins tonight, Tillman for Buck Showalter will even his career mark. He has 18 wins and 19 losses in his career. So looking to get even at 19 and 19 and then hopefully go on a tear.
Yeah, go from there.
Lorenzo CAIN now, high fastball, 1-0. Chris is 8-8 in his career here at Camden Yards, 10-11 on the road. high, ball 2. Doesn't have a large history against Kansas City, just 0-2 in his career against the Royals. CAIN struck out his first at bat. There's a strike. Strike on the outside corner. Perfect pitch.
Sure was. Nice slider and then a good fastball just dotted down and away in the outside corner.
Tillman now 25 years old in the dirt ball 3. Yeah, you forget just how young this team still is overall. It's amazing.
It really is. I know the
veteran. Oh yeah, then there's him.
Yeah. Yeah, the veterans we've been talking about on the team, you know, Jones and Wieters, these guys are still in their 20s.
I was talking to Miguel Tejada today. Bill Stetkin and I both had the same idea. We went to the Royals clubhouse at the same time, not knowing, looking for Miggy. And one of the things he went out of his way to talk about was Manny Machado. 3-2 to CAIN is fouled off down the right side. And his face just lit up and he said, wow, how good is he going to be when he figures it out? And then he paused because he thought he was disrespecting. He goes, no, but he's good already. He's good already. How much better is he going to be? 3-2 is fouled back. And I said, yeah, Miggy, and he doesn't turn 21 till July the 6th. He goes, no.
Well, players themselves are fans of other players, and they really love to see great talents. And you know, I'm not going to say that Miguel Tejada's in awe of anybody, but he certainly respects the way Manny Machado's handled himself at such a young age.
Shallow right, Flaherty out, Dickerson in, Flaherty calls, and he's got it for the out and 2 men down. Fans, next Wednesday, May 15th, the Birds invite you to skip out of work early and enjoy a special 12:35 afternoon matinee interleague baseball against the San Diego Padres. You can enjoy a beautiful early summer afternoon right here with the Birds at the ballpark that forever changed baseball. So clear your schedule now. Book a meeting with the O's. For your tickets, 888-848-BIRD or go online Orioles.com and just tell your boss Mike Borwick says it's okay. Ball taken outside by Moustakas. Mike has the only hit for Kansas City, a single in the second. Off speed pitch, 1-1. Changeup has been very effective for Tillman early on.
It sure has. Yeah, that's been his go-to pitch, I think, other than his fastball. Throw it for strikes.
Ground ball towards the hole, past the dive of Manny Machado for a 2-out single. So even with the not shift on, but Machado well wide of the bag, Moustakas still poked it by him for a base hit. And that's how you break out of a slump. You get a pitch to pull, you pull it. They work your way, you slap it the other way, and you're 2 for 2.
That's right. Well, he definitely has great potential offensively. Talking to Moustakas, and there's a sign of it right there, using the whole field.
Elliott Johnson to right, Dickerson back on the ball, and he will make the catch. So first ball swinging is Johnson. He skies out. A 2-out base hit, 1 left. Tillman in command. Bottom of the 4th coming, 2-0 O's. not just a good time, it's Miller time. And it's a good time to be Chris Tillman because he is really finding his groove. And that is good to see. You want a guy going to the mound every 5th day that you know is going to give you a chance to win. Tillman so far on the day has given up just 4 base runners, 2 singles, 2 walks. Kansas City has stranded 4 and they have not scored. Here's Chris Davis leading off for the Orioles as we go to the 4th. And it's down and away 1-0. Chris struck out his last at bat. He's 2 for his last 16. But one thing he is doing, he is earning his share of walks. He has 19 walks, tied for 5th most in the league.
Well, you know, pitchers have to be very careful with Chris Davis. I mean, he showed them that you put a pitch around the plate, and he has potential to hit it out of any part of this ballpark or any park in the league. So he has great coverage, and he feasts on mistakes.
Wieters on deck, then J.J. Hardy. 2-1 is rolled towards first base. That is a fair ball. It hit the bag, but it bounced right up to Hosmer. So Davis is retired for the out, and 1 away. Fans, the Orioles will take on the Yankees. It's a pivotal early season showdown for division supremacy. Monday, May 20th through Wednesday, May 22nd. Good seats still remain for all 3 games, but they are going fast. So support your colors and coming out and support your birds. For tickets, 888-848-BIRD, or if you prefer, just go online, Orioles.com. There's a youngster got an autograph on her hat. When I left the ballpark last night, I saw Mike Bordick signing autographs outside. It was very nice of you. Wouldn't give me one, though. Wieters fouls it off, a ball and a strike.
I would. Bring in your collection of Mike Bordick cards. I'd be happy to sign them for you.
All right. I know I have at least one. Foul tip held, 1-2 on Wieters. You may not remember that back in the radio days, the CBS radio network pushed to get you the Rookie of the Year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was behind that.
Wow, thank you.
How'd that work out?
Yeah, it didn't work.
Well, at least I was behind the movement. Didn't say I had much support with the movement.
Then you got fired, right?
No. I willingly came to the Orioles. 2-2 is pulled, but right to the second baseman Johnson and 2 men down. Here comes J.J. Hardy to the plate, and here's what he did in the second.
Yeah, J.J. Hardy has great power. 3rd home run in the last 4 games. And he got a hold of a hanging breaking ball early in the count, and that just shows you he's seeing the ball very well. There are a lot of hitters that will take that breaking ball early. J.J. Hardy on it. 16-8 record. Look at that this season when hitting a home run. So the Orioles definitely home run happy, 4-5 this season when they don't.
Yeah, that is an amazing number when you consider they've only got 9 games all year without a home run.
Yeah.
So 16 wins with, 4 without, and already a home run in this game for a lead. Inside ball 2. Well, last night, Matt Wieters had 3 RBIs in the number 6 spot in the lineup. And tonight, Hardy has a 2-run home run in the number 7 spot. And he gets ahead 3-0 with 2 men down. And this is what you need to have prolonged success because of the ebb and flow of the season, as Buck likes to call it. There's a strike in the outside corner. Guys are going to get hot. We saw Davis come out on fire. He's cooled off a little bit. Adam Jones has been steady. And all of a sudden, J.J. Hardy, who had a tough April, he's on fire. There's a strike, 3-2. So where in the lineup is it going to come from? Manny Machado, he's been very consistent in that number 2 spot. Markakis, he's still looking to turn it around.
What do you mean looking to turn it around? He's been consistent all year, right? He's always consistent.
Yeah, I mean by his standards. Run production wise.
Right.
But as long as somebody is getting it done. So a 2-out walk that gets Flaherty up. Ryan swung at the first pitch in the second, and he flied out to center field. 0 for 5 in the series, and now just 2 for his last 21. And again, first ball swinging, pops it up. Escobar at short is calling. And he's got it for the out. Flaherty's retired. That ends the inning. 2-out walk, a man left. We're through 4 at Camden Yards. 2-0 O's. PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Travis Ishikawa at AAA Norfolk. He is on fire. A 10-game hitting streak, 17 for 38 during the surge, a .447 batting average. He's at 3 home runs, driven in 13 runs, and he has 5 multi-hit games during that hitting streak. Of course, Ishikawa signed with the Orioles a minor league contract, was in camp in spring training. He's been in the big leagues with San Francisco and with Milwaukee. And he is insurance at AAA, and he was signed as a glove, and now he's hitting.
Yeah, well, just adds to the great depth this organization has constructed with Dan Duquette and Buck Showalter. If there does happen to be an injury, Ishikawa, great glove, and obviously the extra bonus of the way he's swinging the bat right now.
Ball one high to George KOTTARAS, the Kansas City catcher. Gerard Dyson on deck, then Alex Gordon. It's 8-9-1 against Tillman. Hard hit ball. Davis with a diving grab. He takes extra bases away from KOTTARAS and 1 away.
I'll tell you what, Chris Davis has been very underrated as far as his defensive prowess here in the early going in 2013. Great reaction play. Shows his athleticism for a big guy. Comes up with it. Nice job.
Well, you can help your team with your glove every single game. Here's Dyson, bunt attempt, fouls it back. Right before the game today, a visiting reporter asked Buck Showalter if he had a favorite Chris Davis moment from the year, and he said, well, no, I don't think it's come yet, meaning we have bigger things ahead. But one thing he did point out was how much better he's played defensively this year. And what a bonus that has been for the Orioles. He's playing Gold Glove caliber first base.
He sure has been. And I'll tell you what, it started in spring training, the work he put in there, and the understanding of the quality of infielders they have in this Orioles infield. J.J. Hardy with the Gold Glove, the youngster Manny Machado potentially going to win a lot of Gold Gloves in his career. And Chris Davis knows that he has to be there for those guys. And he's made some phenomenal picks over there at first base. And we saw a beautiful defensive play right there. But his focus started to really come together in spring training with the help of Bobby Dickerson. Really out there working hard every day. And you see it really come to fruition here.
1-2 to Dyson is hit to Davis. Backhands. He'll go to the bag unassisted and 2 men down. And with all that work he put in and began to make the plays with regularity, now the confidence is there.
Yeah.
And again, we were talking before, now he expects to make the plays, not hoping to make the play.
You're exactly right. Well, he's putting himself into a much more fundamentally sound position out there. That last ground ball, his eyes are right behind his glove, so we saw it all the way in, and that's really how you take care of the baseball.
Here's Alex Gordon, leadoff hitter. High fly ball to right. He got a lot of it. Dickerson is back, and that ball is gone. That's into the bleachers for a solo home run, and Kansas City's on the board. So Gordon looking for the pitch, got it, didn't miss it. His 5th home run. It's a 2-1 game.
Well, we saw his power last night. That's his 5th home run this year, and this pitch just up in the zone from Tillman, and his head does not move at all. Just up and out over the plate. It's behind it. Pretty good swing right there from Gordon.
And the fan doesn't want that souvenir from the visiting player. Here's Escobar, takes low. Of course, another fan is going to get that ball. As the second base umpire, Todd Tishner, threw it to the ball girl, who handed it to another fan. Sharing the wealth.
Yes.
Bunt out in front of the plate. Wieters to it quickly. Spins, throws, and got him! Oh, what a pick by Davis on the back end. The runner bearing down on him. He held his ground, made the pick, and the inning is over. So Wieters pounces on it, fires to get the speedy Escobar. Davis gets it on the back end. Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by Just for Men. Just for Men Auto Stop, the foolproof way to get rid of gray. And by Verizon Fios Quantum Internet, technology that makes you feel superhuman. That's powerful. Well, upstairs on the club level, there are the retired jerseys and frames and the World Championship trophies. And who knows, he may add a gold glove that will go up there on display. The way Chris Davis is playing.
That was a great play he made to end the inning
there. And down and in to Chris Dickerson, who's getting a start in right field tonight. Last Tuesday in Seattle, he had a 3-for-5 game and drove in 2 critical runs. That was the only game the Orioles won in that series. And he looks it over outside. Another player, Dan Duquette, signed for some depth, and in the post-game interview last week, Dickerson said he wanted to come to the Orioles because he felt there was opportunity here. As he bounces it, a fair ball down the line. Hosmer couldn't get to it. Dickerson has good speed. He's flying around, and he'll be on with a leadoff double. Chris Dickerson with a base hit, and a leadoff man on for the Birds. It's time for the 5th inning home run bonus for this inning only. Today's Maryland Lottery Hit It Big contestant of the game will receive $500 for any Orioles home run. Now, Brian Conway has already won $800 tonight. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery Hit It Big contestant of the game, play 5-card cash and go to mdlottery.com/Orioles to enter. So Dickerson, leadoff double. Orioles not going to try to get that run back. Here's Nate McLeod. Shows bunt and takes low. This is one of the aspects of McLeod's game that we haven't seen a lot of, but when he utilizes it, you realize how good he is at it, bunting.
Yeah, very good. Obviously the speed, and the Royals have to honor that with Hosmer and Moustakas coming up tight on him on the grass.
Swings away and he pops it foul. Back at third. Moustakas is over and just runs out of room.
Pretty good effort right there by Moustakas. If it wasn't for the fan up there, he might have had a better shot.
Yeah, those extra rows of seats that they added a few years back. Prior to those seats being installed, that ball might have been caught. You see there's what, 3 rows there, 2 rows?
Yeah.
The gentleman in the green shirt, the row behind it, that used to be the first row. McLeod is happy about it.
Yeah.
1-1. Ground ball hits the back of the mound, going to third. You get Dickerson, and it hits Dickerson in the foot, and everybody's safe. Escobar with a good idea. Dickerson was going on contact, but a bad throw. And the Orioles have 2 on and none out.
Well, Dickerson, pretty good job here. I mean, the ball hit to his left, hard up the middle. Escobar made a pretty kind of a risky play, actually. You see Escobar ranging up the middle. Dickerson with the big jump. But as Escobar gets pulled over, Dickerson right in line with that throw. And it hits him right off the foot or the leg for that error, though. I mean, an aggressive defensive play, but when the base runner's in the line, it's tough to take that type of risk.
Well, here's Machado, runners on the corners and nobody out. McLeod runs, pitch is taken, no throw to second. McLeod steals it standing up. And one thing, if you're Kansas City, that you can't do is give the Orioles extra chances with errors. Ned Yost saw that last night. That errant pickoff throw that hit Adam Jones in the back. He got in a scoring position and scored the winning run on the Wieters base hit. Bounce foul behind Bobby Dickerson. So now instead of getting it out, the Orioles get an extra base runner and an extra out to play with. Manny has bounced out to short and grounded out to second. Mendoza in a jam. He had been in command since the Hardy home run. And another roller foul. Bobby Dickerson gets it off the field. Now the Royals here, they're not all the way in to cut off the run, but they're tight. So if the ball's hit sharply, if Dickerson breaks on contact, they would have a play at the plate if they elect to do that. 1-2 is the count on Machado. Hard hit ball, base hit left field. Dickerson will score. McLeod will go to third. And on a 1-2 count, Manny Machado delivers.
Well, Mendoza kept going to that 2-seam fastball down and in. Machado fouled a couple of them off right down the third base line, but he's able to cheat a little bit and get to it even with 2 strikes and drive it through that 5-6 hole to pick up the big RBI.
So Dickerson scores. His leadoff double got it going. The throwing error helped. McLeod stops at third. And Manny Machado with his 22nd RBI is on at first. Time at the plate. Something wrong with the mask of George KOTTARAS, and the home plate umpire Bill Miller is the one who noticed it. Well, he stands right behind him all game.
Yeah.
Want to make sure that mask is secure. All those foul balls, the catchers. Yeah, Bill Miller's still adjusting it for him. Markakis with an RBI chance. Runners on the corner, still nobody out. Nick has walked and flied out. Manny runs, throw to second base, bounces, and he is safe. Throw not handled. Here comes McLeod. Throw to the plate, safe, and it gets behind KOTTARAS, and Machado ends up at third. Alert base running by McLeod. They forced the issue, and 2 throwing errors in the inning, and the Orioles have another run.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you have an aggressive offensive team, it puts so much pressure on a defense, and they're really trying to force the issue here. Nate McLeod with a great read. Escobar just comes up firing. KOTTARAS can't pick that one. But a pretty good pitch to throw on, too, just down in the dirt. Escobar got to it pretty quickly, but just rifled it down in the dirt.
Fans love the aggressive base running. Manny Machado ends up at third. Still nobody out. 2 runs in. It's 4-1 Orioles. And the infield now drawn in for Kansas City. And that one in the dirt gets away, and here comes Machado. The Royals are imploding here, throwing the ball away. As Machado scores, and it's a 3-run inning and a 5-1 lead.
Well, they've put a lot of pressure on Mendoza, and this time he just spikes the breaking ball. Gets away from KOTTARAS, and the Orioles have really been aggressive on the bases. And you've seen the pressure it's put on this Royals team.
And MARKAKIS fouls it back. And by the way, that is a steal of home by Nate McLeod, because he waited until the ball was at second, then took off. Once he saw it was in the dirt, he tried to steal home, and he did, because the throw couldn't get him at the plate. So McLeod with 2 stolen bases in that inning. MARKAKIS down the line. That'll hook back foul. So that goes as a stolen base for Machado at second base, a stolen base of home for McLeod, and the throwing error by Escobar allowed Machado to get to third. June 14th, 2009, Robert Andino stole home. That's the first steal of home since then.
Wow. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it more this season, especially with the way the Orioles have been running.
High fly ball to center field. Dyson back. Nick got under it a little bit, and Dyson has it for the out. And that's the first out in the inning. And you look back at this inning, Escobar's trying to make an aggressive play. He thought he had Dickerson at third base, but by going that way and not taking the sure out at first, that allowed the stolen base threat to get on base. So McLeod got on, and 2 steals later, he has a run. And here's Adam Jones, breaking ball for a strike. Adam is 1 out of 2. He's extended his hitting streak to 7 straight with that first inning single. And the 0-1 is low. Chevy League leaders brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads. Longest active hitting streaks against a particular team. Adam Jones, 22 straight games, including tonight, against the Kansas City Royals. Bouncer towards the hole. Diving stop by Moustakas. He gets up and throws, and he got him. Wow, and an inning that has seen 2 throwing errors in a wild pitch. How about that defensive play and 2 down?
Pretty good play right there by Moustakas. Great jump on Adam Jones. You see him get this ball ranging to his left and then up to his feet quickly, and he has to fire a P over there. Adam Jones trying to sniff that base hit out. Nice play by Moustakas.
Buck Showalter's club with a big inning, now have a 5-1 lead. And here's Chris Davis. And another bouncer up there. And McLeod with his 2 steals is now tied with Juan Pierre and Jacoby Ellsbury for the most in baseball, 12 steals.
Well, Nate McLeod has been getting great jumps this year, really aggressive on the bases, picks the right time. Just seeing, I think good base stealers just really have a great feel and a sense for when a pitcher is going to try to pick off. I think Nate does his homework as well, studies the time, studies guys' pickoff moves.
Steve Pierce was over there eavesdropping on that conversation, trying to pick up some pointers.
Sure. Well, successful teams, they talk about what's happening out there, you know, and I know some of the guys that want to steal bases will go right to Nate McLouth and say, what do you got on this guy? And what do you pick up on his pickoffs? And you always have to talk if you want to be a winning team.
Bobby Dickerson, third base coach. And that's too tight, and that's ball 4. Now Dickerson works with all the infielders. Of course, you got Wayne Kirby. He's the outfield coach, but he's the base running coach as well.
Right?
So
Yeah, definitely.
They all have their different duties of what they look to watch for. You see Wayne's got that stopwatch in his hand, tying to the plate by the pitcher.
Well, you know, Wayne he's like a hawk out there, watching pitchers' moves, what their tendencies are on the mound. He knows the times. I mean, these guys have gotten to first base, and he hasn't hesitated letting these guys run.
Well, Kansas City has had a tough time with base stealers on the year. The Orioles certainly aware of that with their scouting report. Another one bounces in. Wieters lays off 1-1. And coming in, 68% of base stealers were successful against Kansas City. 68%. That number's going to go up because in this inning, the Orioles are 3 for 3. So 3 more steals. That's 16 against them, and they've caught only 6. 1-1 on Wieters. Good off-speed pitch. That one again bounced, but Wieters committed. Matt is the 7th Oriole to bat in this 5th inning.
We talked about Mendoza having 2 pitches, a 2-seam fastball and a curve, but he does have a changeup in his back pocket, and he's starting to feature it more to the lefties here as this game goes on.
Bruce Chen getting loose, the left-hander. 1-2 on Wieters. Popped up, back of the plate. KOTTARAS coming back, hoping for a play. And he runs out of room. It's in the first row. And rolls into the tunnel. Mendoza out of Veracruz, Mexico. Originally signed with the Red Sox when he was 16 years old back in 2000. High pop. Moustakas wide of third, now in foul ground. Will put it away for the out. Wieters retired, and that ends the inning. But a huge inning for the Orioles as they take advantage of some mistakes. 3 runs in, and the Orioles have the lead.
J.J. Hardy gets the Orioles on the board with a hanging curveball down the left field line. 2-run home run. Nice play by Chris Davis in the 5th, flashing the leather out there. The Orioles defense continues to improve, and then the Orioles offense puts some pressure on the base stealing Manny Machado with the stolen base. Nate McLouth scoring on the E6 in the 5th, and Machado scoring on the wild pitch. And here is the in-game summary. Orioles have the lead 5-1. Manny Machado 1 for 3 with the RBI single in the 5th. Mendoza 5 innings pitched. He's given up 5 runs, 4 of them earned, and Chris Tillman just 1 earned run to this point.
And the Geico highlights. Geico saving people money on more than just car insurance. So Tillman now with a big lead. Mendoza needed 30 pitches to get through that inning. Billy Butler takes strike 1 from Tillman. Hosmer and CAIN will follow. That one's outside, 1-1. Butler has drawn a walk. He has also bounced out. Slices it foul. That's back out of play. 1-2 on Butler. Tillman has walked 2. He has struck out 2. He's allowed only 3 hits. One of those the solo home run by Alex Gordon for the Kansas City run. Roller towards short. That's J.J. Hardy territory. 1 down. Now, Masson is giving 3 lucky fans the chance to meet O's pitcher Darren O'Day as part of its meet and greet giveaway. Be sure to visit facebook.com/MassonOrioles and click on Enter Sweepstakes for your chance to win. Enter once per day. There's Darren in the Orioles bullpen. Our Twitter chatter. I'm Darren O'Day. Well, maybe we'll play golf on the field or break bats on our knees. Maybe. So Darren on Twitter talking to the fans, knowing that they can get online and go to Facebook and enter for a chance. Now that actually would be a fun day to hang out with Darren O'Day. Davis to Tillman for the out. Do you follow Darren O'Day on Twitter?
No, I don't. Oh. I don't have a Twitter account. I get to see him, though, quite often here at the stadium, and he is a nice guy, and I'm sure a lucky fan would enjoy their time with Darren O'Day.
So I can't follow you?
No. Please don't follow me.
2 quick outs for Tillman. Here's Lorenzo Cain, who was 0 for 2. Fastball's too wide. There's a strike right there, 1-1. Overthrew that one for ball 2. Tillman has been very pitch efficient. The only inning in which he's labored in this game was the 2nd when he threw 29 pitches. But he did not allow a run in that inning. That was the inning he had the 3 consecutive 3-2 counts. He's at 85 pitches as he works here in the 6th. The 9-pitch 5th inning, a 9-pitch 3rd inning, and 10 pitches so far in the 6th. Foul back, 3-2. Lorenzo Cain began the night 5th in the league in batting at .333. Tillman has held him hitless so far. And it's high, check swing, appeal to first. He did not go. C.B. Buckner says he checked in time. So the 3rd walk allowed by Tillman comes with 2 down here in the 6th inning. Luis Mendoza, tough 5th inning. Defense betrayed him. He threw 30 pitches to get through that 5th inning, and now trails at 5-1. Here's Moustakas. Foul tip held by Wieters, and it's 0-1.
Chris Tillman very aggressive with his changeup. He has thrown a lot of them. This is actually as many changeups as I've ever seen him throw. I think he's kind of put that curveball in his back pocket since he wasn't able to throw for strikes early in the game, and he's gone to that change, and it's been very effective for him.
Jim Palmer was telling us that he had a conversation with Chris about his repertoire and how effective it was, and Jim mentioned a slider, and he goes, well, I don't throw a slider. Really? You know, that's a cut fastball that mimics a slider. And, well, it still breaks. Because I guess if you throw a breaking ball and you have a good one like he does, you don't want to mess with the other grip.
Right. I thought he threw a slider.
See?
And maybe he has a hard cutter and a soft cutter.
There you go. Oh, 0-2 on Moustakas. Overthrows high. Moustakas has 2 of the 3 Kansas City hits, both singles. Lorenzo Cain leading off first after the 2-out walk. High fly to right, and he got a lot of it. Back it goes, and that's going to carry out. Mike Moustakas having himself a night. A 2-run home run gets Kansas City right back in it. It's 5-3. The 2-out walk kept the inning going, and Moustakas with a 3-for-3 night hits his 2nd home run of the year.
Well, Moustakas with a couple of the singles, using the whole field to get a couple of hits, built his confidence up, and Tillman goes to that changeup again. Moustakas goes right down at the bottom of the zone and gets it, and shows the strength that he potentially has.
It's amazing what Kansas City does with 2 outs. All 3 of their runs in this game tonight have come with 2 outs. Last night, they did the same thing. All 3 of their runs scoring with 2 men down. And now 58 of their runs on the year have come with 2 men down. There's Troy Patton getting loose. As Rick Adair came out for a quick visit. 91 pitches on the night. Showalter looking on as Tillman now will try to end the inning, going after Elliott Johnson. Outside, 1-0. And that's going to fall for a base hit for Johnson. Right off the end of the bat, he's trying for 2. Here's the throw. He is out at second base. Excellent relay to second, and Hardy put down the tag.
Not a very smart base running play right there by Elliott Johnson.
Well, the tying run was about to come to the plate, and instead he's out at second base. On the relay, it goes from the outfield to Flaherty to Hardy for the out. The series finale, Freddie Garcia will be on the mound for the Birds against Jeremy Guthrie. Coverage on MASN HD begins at 6:30. O's Extra presented by Geico, followed by game coverage at 7 o'clock. We've got all the access you need right here on MASN. 6:30 for O's Extra, and then game coverage at 7 o'clock, and then the Orioles head right back on the road for a 3-game series in Minnesota. Hardy pulls it down the line. That is a foul ball, and he broke his back. Hardy, Flaherty, and Dickerson due up this inning. Hardy towards the gap in right center field. Dyson, a long run, still going. He'll get there, and he has it for the out. He covers a lot of ground out there for Kansas City, and one away as Hardy hit it a long way. Apparently, Mike, the official scorer has changed his call on McLeod play at the plate. Flaherty bunts third base side. It stays foul, and Moustakas picks it up to make sure. Instead of giving McLeod the steal of home, he is charging KOTTARAS with an error for not catching that throw from ESCOBAR. But that... So that means there were 2 errors on throws on the same play? One on the throw and one for not blocking it? How could that be? I don't understand. I don't understand that.
Well, you know what? I don't think. Yeah, I guess there could have been.
Oh, I see. I think I figured it out. Meantime, it's 0-2 on Flaherty, and strike 3, and 2 men down. The throwing error by ESCOBAR allowed Machado to go to third, so the error on KOTTARAS allowed McLeod to score. So that's how there could be 2 errors on the same play. They just resulted in different base runners advancing.
Okay.
Just got that. So that is an E2, not a steal of home. So Robert Andino still holds the mark for the last steal of home by an Oriole. And Dickerson takes low. And Dickerson swings through it.
Well, Chris Dickerson really sparked that rally the last inning. That leadoff double, and advancing over to third base. And then all heck broke loose when the Orioles started running. McLeod stealing bases, Machado stealing bases, balls getting thrown away.
Two 1 is low, ball 3. And Dickerson, who doubled to get that rally going in the 5th, works the count to 3-1. And 3-1 is bounced towards first base. Hosmer will field and tosses to Mendoza, gets there just ahead of the hustling Dickerson for the out, and a 3-3 that inning. We're through 6 at Camden Yards. Birds with a 5-3 lead. checklist on the right.
Yeah, we talked about him keep rolling. Well, he kept rolling for sure. Only 3 runs allowed, so check that one off. Stay aggressive. Over half of his pitches, first pitch strikes. His last start, he was much better, but I think that's still a positive sign for Chris Tillman. Full arsenal. I think he's a little upset that his breaking ball, he couldn't throw for more strikes, but he did mix up his pitches, so a nice job by Chris Tillman. I don't think he's going to be as pleased with the start, but he got deep into this ball game, especially after throwing 114 pitches in his last start. You don't know what's going to happen.
Wait a minute. He got 3 checks from Mike Bordick.
Why not?
He's got to be pleased with that. There are his numbers.
Right? Yeah. 6 innings pitched tonight, just the 5 hits. He's probably upset that he threw as many pitches as he did. Now, Troy Patton comes in relief. He's been in 13 games, 2.77 earned run average for Troy Patton.
George KOTTARAS swings through it. Of course, with Den Yos having all those left-handers in the lineup, not surprising Buck Showalter went to the lefty in relief. KOTTARAS, Dyson, and Gordon, 8, 9, and 1, all 3 left-handed batters. That one misses high. Down and away, ball 2. Patton got into 2 games in the Angel series. He pitched Friday and Sunday, 2/3 of an inning in each. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Great sweeping slider right there from Troy Patton. Troy, of course, very difficult on left-handed hitters, but he's equally as tough on right-handed hitters. That's why Buck Showalter isn't afraid to put him in any type of situation.
And the 2-2 popped up, shallow center. Jones moves over. Has it for the out. And one away here in the 7th inning. Tune into the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report tomorrow before the Orioles take on the Royals, 5 to 6:30. Join Keith Mills, Dave Johnson, Mel Antonin, and Phil Wood for all of your Orioles news and notes. You can start your night at Baltimore baseball with the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report on Masson tomorrow at 5. Here's Gerard Dyson. Number 9 batter is 0 for 2. Shows bunt and he takes a strike. There's a strike right there, and it's 0-2. So Tillman, trying to win his 3rd, goes 6 innings. And the 0-2 to Dyson, he got him. Chases a breaking ball well off the plate. And that's what you can do when you get ahead. You expand the zone. 2 men down.
Such a great pitch from Troy Patton as he throws across his body. That ball broke probably 5 feet. Started off at Dyson's hip and ended up, you see him trying to make contact with that pitch down and away. Another great slider.
There's Alex Gordon. 2 men down. Just off the plate, 1-0. Karen O'Day now getting loose. That one breaks low, ball 2, 2-0. Patton has walked 6 batters in his last 5 appearances. And you don't like to see that when you have his role bridging the gap. That one's over but low, ball 3. The 2 hitters who followed Gordon are right-handed batters, and O'Day getting loose, it looks like, for them if the inning continues. There's a strike, 3-1. And the 3-1 breaking ball there for a strike. So from 3-0, the count goes full, 3-2 on Alex Gordon. And the payoff pitch is bounced towards second. To his right is Flaherty. And he gets it to first to get him. And the inning ends. 7th inning stretch time at Camden Yards. The Orioles with a 5-3 lead. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. And here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, as we go to the 7th inning, Birds enjoying a 5-3 lead. Jim Hunter with Mike Bordick. And one of these games, you take advantage of your opportunities. Orioles got the 5-1 lead. Yeah, the home run got Kansas City back in, but the Orioles still in front.
I'll tell you what, the Orioles have been playing good baseball, taking advantage of the mistakes that the Royals have made. And I think the Royals are going to look back on this ball game and say they just didn't play very clean baseball. Orioles offense put a lot of pressure on the defense, and they made some basement running mistakes. The Royals did. Elliott Johnson trying to advance on the second base after getting that base hit. So they haven't helped themselves out at all.
And here is one-time Oriole Bruce Chen, who takes over. So Mendoza goes 6 innings. He allowed 5 runs, 3 earned, 2 unearned, and those 2 unearned the difference in this game. And he gets ahead of Nate McLeod, 0-1. And McLeod to left field, playable for Alex Gordon. And he's got it for the out and 1 away in the Orioles 7th. With active membership reaching record levels, the Junior Orioles Dugout Club will be on sale only for a limited time. The program for kids 14 and under now includes a ticket to 6 games starting July 8th, plus a hat, backpack, and more for just $15. Family and friends tickets start as low as $6 with the opportunity to upgrade to lower level seats. So don't miss this best value in family entertainment. Visit Orioles.com/dugout club. Manny Machado takes ball 1. Manny drove in a run and scored in the 5th inning rally. And there's a strike. Last year, Bruce Chen was in the rotation, but with the moves they made, acquiring 3 starters, he's now in the pen.
He hasn't had a lot of work this year either. Just 9 2/3 innings, but he still knows how to pitch. Never been really a power pitcher, but he's crafty, mixes up his pitches, able to locate pretty well.
Machado slaps it foul the other way. Bruce Chen was a very popular player in his time with the Orioles. Ripped right to Moustakas at third.
Knocked the dust right off of Moustakas' glove.
So 2 men down as Manny denied. When the Orioles win, everyone wins all season long. When the Orioles win and score 5 or more runs, you get 50% off regular menu price. The online order at papajohns.com by entering the promo code Orioles5. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Valid at participating Baltimore area Papa John's. Here's Markakis, and he'll take a strike. Bruce Chen has been in pro ball since 1994, when he began coming through the Atlanta system. Breaking ball for a strike. It's amazing he's still only 35 years old. It seems like he should be older than that. Been around so long. He first pitched in the big leagues in 1998. And the 0-2 is outside. He was with the Orioles in 2004, 2005, and 2006. And in 2005, he went 13-10. Markakis fouls it back to stay alive. He's in his 5th season now with the Royals. Off-speed specialist. Breaking ball hit the opposite way. Hangs up for Gordon. And he's got it for the out, and Chen is a 3-up, 3-down, 7th inning. We'll head to the 8th at Camden Yards. The Orioles leading at 5-3. Stayed away, and we got going on time. Chris Tillman in search of his 3rd win. A couple of early strikeouts. Orioles got some early thunder from J.J. Hardy, a 2-run home run in the 2nd. And the Orioles playing outstanding defense as well, as they took advantage of some sloppy defense by Kansas City in the 5th inning and lead it by the score of 5-3. 2 unearned runs in that inning in the 5th, the difference in this game. And now it's up to the bullpen to hold this lead for Chris Tillman. Patton pitched the scoreless 7th. And here's Darren O'Day for the 8th.
Yeah, O'Day now in relief. He's been in 16 games this year. 1.65 earned run average. 16 strikeouts to 6 base on balls. He's been really good. With Pedro Strop kind of scuffling a little bit, he's kind of slid into the setup role and has done a nice job. Opponent batting average is 179. Lefties having a little bit more success, though, at 273.
ALCIDES, Escobar, Billy Butler, and then Eric Hosmer. 2, 3, and 4. Right, left against O'Day. That one bends right in there for a strike. O'Day in the finale on Sunday, when the Orioles won to make it 3 out of 4. He pitched an inning and a 3rd, closed it out, and picked up a save. Another breaking ball. This one waved at.
I wouldn't be surprised if Darren O'Day just keeps throwing that slider, but this time moves it off the plate a little bit. Got some options here.
And the 0-2 just got a piece, a real defensive swing. The save for O'Day was his first as an Oriole. He did have 2 saves with Texas in 2009, so he now has 3 in his big league career. And another defensive swing, he fouls it off.
Well, what makes Darren O'Day so effective is that he's able to locate all of his pitches very well. We just saw him move his slider from the inner third of the plate all the way across the plate. Now he's trying to get him to chase on the outer half, but Escobar did a nice job fighting those pitches off.
Count holds 0-2. And he got him. Comes back with a fastball, and Escobar can't reach it. One away in the 8th inning. Time for you to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game. Here are the candidates. J.J. Hardy, a 2-run home run early. Manny Machado with an RBI single, also a run scored. Chris Tillman, 6 strong innings tonight, in line for a win. Text in your vote now and have your voice heard. A, B, or C to 31826. Here's Billy Butler. And a strike. The series for Kansas City has gone against how they have scored their runs on the year, because the long ball has not been part of it. And they began the night last in the American League in home runs with only 17. Last night they scored 3 runs, 2 came on a home run. Tonight they've scored 3 runs, all 3 have come on home runs. Just so against what they've been all about on the year. Gordon has homered in back-to-back games here. And the 0-2, he got him. Not even close as Butler waves at it.
Well, I think Butler was sitting on the slider the hole at bat. He finally got it, and not even close as it breaks about a foot off the outside corner. Beautiful pitch from Darren O'Day. And Butler just shakes his head.
Here's Eric Hosmer, who is 0 for 3. That one breaks too far inside. So Brian Mattis was getting loose for Hosmer, but with no one on, Buck Showalter stays with O'Day. The tying run is still on deck, and the tying run on deck is a right-handed batter, Lorenzo CAIN. There's a strike right there. That one's too tight. So do you think some ERAs are getting a beating at Fenway Park tonight? They're only in the bottom of the 4th, and Minnesota leads Boston 12-6.
Ouch.
The Twins had a 7-run second inning.
Well, I think the Orioles are hoping they use up all their hits against Boston, because they're playing in the next series.
2-1 is rolled foul. Count evens 2-2 on Eric Hosmer. Ned Yost and Buck Showalter, the skippers. Buck has Mattis in the bullpen just in case. The right-handers on deck. 2-2 on Hosmer. Just off the plate, ball 3.
Pretty good try right there by Darren O'Day, trying to paint that outside corner. And a couple pitches in on Hosmer opens up that outer third. Just couldn't quite get it there.
And a 3-2 pitch coming to Hosmer. Slapped foul the other way. The Boston starter in that game, Alan Webster, lasted an inning and 2/3. The Twin starter lasted 2 innings. Ouch. 3-2 on Eric Hosmer. Bases empty, 2 down. And again, he fouls it off. The Yankees are in Colorado, and they have a 2-0 lead in the first, with David Phelps making the start. And this will be an 8th pitch coming to Eric Hosmer. 3-2 the count holding. Ricochets off the foot. Flaherty knocks it down but won't have a play. So right back through the box. Sounded like it did hit his foot. So the infield hit with 2 men down. Join Orioles Reach for a very special fundraiser for Shannon's Fund on Saturday, May 18th, 1:45 at Oriole Park. Prior to the game against Tampa Bay that day, you'll watch batting practice from the roof deck, enjoy light refreshments, 2 drink tickets, plus receive a gift bag and a visit from the Oriole Bird and an Orioles player. Now, admission is $50. It includes your game ticket, and proceeds benefit patients and families at the University of Maryland Medical Center. For more details, visit OriolesReach.com/Shannon's Fund, all in memory of our dear friend Shannon O'Baker. So we hope you could come out and join. Here's Lorenzo CAIN representing the tying run with 2 down. Swing and a miss.
Well, Lorenzo CAIN was sitting on that slider. He almost got it.
So the back-to-back Ks enabled Showalter to stick with O'Day for an extra batter. So it's right versus right. Orioles lead it by 2. 2 outs here in the 8th, and that hit him. That one got away. And Lorenzo CAIN's going to go down to first base. And that brings the go-ahead run to the plate and a hot hitter.
Slider here. Just must have lost the grip or something. Catches CAIN right in the calf, on the left calf. He didn't want that to happen. Either O'Day or CAIN.
So CAIN goes down to first. Here comes Buck Showalter with the left-handed batter coming up. He's going to go to Brian Mattis. I mentioned Ned Yost has his lineup stacked with lefties, and Moustakas has a 3-hit night, including a 2-run home run. So Mattis will come on. Tying runs on. Go-ahead run at the plate in the 8th. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Turned out to be a real pleasant night here at Oriole Park. Fans would have a more pleasant experience if the Birds hold on here. And here's Brian Mattis.
Yeah, Brian Mattis now in. He hadn't given up an inherited run since he's gone to the bullpen until last night. He gave up a 2-run home run to Gordon, but he has been pitching very well. Opponent's average 159. See, lefties 130, righties just a bit better at 190. So he has been very effective in these situations.
He's facing Moustakas, who has a perfect night going. He swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Wieters appears to have a play. Back of the plate. He's got it. And the inning ends. Mattis throws one pitch to get out of trouble. An infield hit, a hit batsman, and 2 left. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles holding on to a 5-3 lead. Shield will contribute $50 to support the Y of Central Maryland's Fit and Fun program. To date, the Orioles have drawn 106 walks for a total of $5,300. CareFirst Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and a more active lifestyle. Well, Nate McLeod in the middle of that rally in the 5th. He had a stolen base, scored on an error. Orioles with those 2 unearned runs in that inning right now, huge in the game. Here's Bruce Chen on for his 2nd inning of relief. Retired the side in order in the bottom of the 7th. Orioles will look for an add-on run before turning it over to the closer in the 9th. Adam Jones, Chris Davis, Matt Wieters against Chen. Fouled it back 0-1. Adam has 1 hit on the night, 1 for 3, swings through it.
That ball looked really big to Adam Jones right there at the top of the zone, just 83 miles an hour. And that's why Chen is so effective. I mean, a lot of his pitches look so good, but he does have pretty good movement and life still on a lot of his stuff.
That one sails outside, 1-2. Well, 83, that's below batting practice speed, right?
No, that's still a little bit firmer than batting practice speed.
Well, maybe if you're throwing.
Right.
It's too tight, 2-2. From 0-2 to 2-2 on Jones. That's outside, ball 3. And the 3-2. High fly center field off the end of the bat. Dyson in on it. And Jones retired for the first out. Well, they got the update the Orioles did from the doctor in Texas today. And Brian Roberts, unfortunately, now will have to undergo surgery on his right hamstring. Dr. Daniel Cooper of the Carroll Clinic in Dallas will operate on Brian's hamstring to repair the damage. A 6-week recovery time is expected following the surgery. Bryant, of course, has been on the DL since April the 5th. He injured the leg the night before the finale of the 3-game series in Tampa on a stolen base attempt.
Yeah, that's
second
tough
base.
too. Very tough, because Bryant had a good spring. He was off to a great start first couple games of the season, and obviously very disappointing for him and the organization.
Davis pops it up. Moustakas at third, actually at short, but he's the third baseman. He has it for the out, and 2 down. Follow the Orioles all season long. MLB.com at bat for your iPhone, your iPad, your Android. You can get scores, stats, highlights, live audio, and more. Text at bat to 31826 or visit Orioles.com for all the details. You can even watch the Orioles on your phone with that app. There's Jim Johnson getting loose for the ninth. It is a save opportunity. There's Matt Wieters batting right-handed for the first time tonight. Looks over a strike. The Royals in the ninth have Johnson, KOTTARAS, and Dyson do the lower third of their lineup.
It's been kind of an interesting game in the sense that it feels like the Orioles have been in control of this ball game, but Kansas City's out hitting them. And, you know, the 2 home runs, obviously, to give Kansas City some, 3 of the runs, but the fact that Kansas City played so sloppily, I think, in the middle part of this game gave the game a feel that the Orioles were way ahead.
There's a blue Posner out, and the first baseman has it. Nicely done. And Chen retires all 6 batters he faces. Jim Johnson time. We head to the ninth. Birds 3 outs away from a win. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Chapin Davis Investments, Baltimore's oldest and largest full-service investment company. Call 1-800-222-3246 or visit chapindavis.com. Well, Jim Johnson comes on for the save opportunity, and he has been on some kind of a tear. 12 for 12 in saves on the season. And he has a stretch going back to last year now, 33 consecutive saves converted for Jim Johnson. There are his numbers on the year.
Yeah, great numbers, obviously, for Jim Johnson. He talked about his success going back into last year, and he has really turned into the premier closer in the game. If you saw him pitch last night, the movement on his fastball was like I hadn't seen, and he's just been that devastating, though, for a long stretch of games here. 12 for 12 in save opportunities. He's pounding that fastball, 94, and he's got the great breaking ball to go along with it. So great pitcher, great life on all of his pitches.
Elliot Johnson, a switch hitter batting left, takes strike 1. He is 1 out of 3. Bunt attempt, appeal to third. He brought it back in time. Dale Scott emphatically saying so. If Jim Johnson converts to save, he will tie Randy Myers' club record of 34 consecutive saves. Bouncer towards the hole. Hardy has it. The long throw across won't be in time. Davis off the bag. So the tying run will come to the plate as Elliott Johnson gets on. Here's an update on the voting for the AT&T Player of the Game. And J.J. Hardy in the lead with that 2-run home run. Still time to text in your vote and have your voice heard, A, B, or C, to 31826. And Tom and Rick will have the results coming up on O's Extra postgame.
Tough chance right there for J.J. Hardy. A lot better speed with Johnson getting down the line, but J.J. once again showing his great range to be able to get to that ball.
KOTTARAS takes a high strike. And taken high. Last year, Johnson earned his 13th save against Kansas City. It was in Kansas City. As the Orioles went to Kauffman Stadium and swept the 2-game series. The second one was that 15-inning game. Grounded towards second. Flaherty. There's one. Hardy back to first and a double play. And the presence of mind by Flaherty, knowing it was the catcher running, he really took his time and gave Hardy a real good feed, 2 men down.
Yeah, nice double play once again. The Orioles' middle infield has been they've been turning some sweet double plays here in this series. Jim Johnson, I mean, everybody's on their toes in the infield because Jim Johnson throws a lot of ground balls, but Ryan Flaherty stays with a very tough hop at the end. Beautiful feed. J.J. Hardy finishes it off with a nice throw.
Gerard Dyson will take a strike. Kansas City down to its final out. Dyson is 0 for 3 in the number 9 spot. Swing and a foul tip held by Wieters. Outfield is very shallow against Dyson. See, Adam Jones looks almost like he's coming in by second base. And the 0-2 outside. And he got him. Johnson strikes out Dyson to end it. And the Orioles win the second game in this series 5-3. And they are assured of taking the series. Now tomorrow have a chance to come back and go for a 3-game sweep. A base hit, none left in the ninth. Save number 13 for Jim Johnson. He ties the club record 34 straight. And the Orioles beat Kansas City 5-3.